Guys and girls, it's Know It Time! Know It Time!
Sure. Alright guys, so today, or now what I'm going to show you is how to work with complex, well it's not really complex, I call it complex Venn diagrams. Before, I taught you basic setups of Venn diagram, what it looks like and all this stuff. But now, I'm going to make it a bit more complex. You can learn more symbols and more notations. Okay? Guys, it's Know It Time. And this is where it starts today. 1, 2. Okay, keep it simple. Here is how it works. Last time, I asked you to do a Venn diagram. And most of you drew something like this. You draw a box, and you had a circle, and you had a circle. And these are called subsets. Okay? I'm going to write this A, B, and we'll call this C. C is my universal set. So I can rewrite this as you know. A is a subset of C. 3 minutes. Here is now I'm going to change this Venn diagram up just a tad bit. We're going to draw a new Venn diagram. And we're going to show you. Okay. I'm going to have this A, B. So this is now A, this is now B, and this is now C. I'm going to ask you a few quick questions. Number 1. Is A and B disjoints? Question is why? Anesh, why did you say? Because disjoint means they can't have anything in common. A and B are not disjoints because they have something, this is called sharing. If you ever done a Venn diagram, probably in social studies and English. How many of you have done a Venn diagram before in social studies and English? 1, 2, 3. If you've done one, you know that this is the part they share in common. And this is probably used in social studies. So this is called sharing. Okay? Sharing. That's called a Venn diagram. And this is what we share. Now, there's going to be notations that you got to work with. First of all, I taught you this first notation. This notation is called subsets notation. Okay? Subset. I'm going to teach you another notation. This is going to be called upside down U. This is now called intersection. Okay? I'm going to rewrite this means intersection. So when you see this, upside down U, it means intersection. So I can rewrite this instead of saying share, A and B share, I can write this as A intersects with B at this point. Okay, everything in there is now considered A bar B. I can show you another symbol, more symbols now. Instead of writing upside down U, I can write down a proper U. This is now called union. So there's going to be 2 things I'm going to show you today. This is now called union. Union means, okay, we can write down, and I'm going to give you a diagram of what union means. Okay? It means this. All elements that belong to at least one of A and 1 of B. It sounds confusing, but I'm going to show you what this means. Okay, we're going to draw a Venn diagram. I'm going to show you what union means. So we draw a little box. 2 circles. 1, 2. Union means everything in A and everything, or you can have everything in B. So we're going to shade. Union means you're going to have everything in both of these circles. So we're going to shade in this. Okay, to shade it in. See? It means I'm counting both circles. And all this yellow parts right here, including the sharing one, this is called union. That's what it means. It means you can have only circle A, or you can have everything in circle B. So this yellow part right here, we're going to say A, union B. Okay. So I'll explain to you. Union means you can have everything inside circle A. So that's why I shade everything yellow. Or, say, and at least one. Or you can have everything in circle B. Or you can have everything in both. That's what union means. It means you can have either everything in A, everything in B, or you have everything in both. Okay? It's a union means you're going to count everything in circle A and everything in circle B. That's what union means. Think of union as a merging together of things, right? So you're going to merge together everything in circle A and everything in circle B. Question? For now, we're only going to deal with 2. In grade 12, you deal with 3 things. Yes, you will. Lily, question? Yep. Yes, it is. Okay. If I ask you for if it's no, if the 2 circles are separate, there won't be. It's only when 2 circles are intersect. Then you can have either intersect or a union question. Nope, it won't. Okay. If I give you this one. Now there's another symbol. A slash B. Okay. Here's your new symbol. This means A minus B. Okay, I'll explain to you what this means. It means A. So let's draw a little diagram. Oops, sorry. I should be able to do in a box. Okay. And again, like I said, it's confusing at first, but I have to do a lot of explaining on how this works. Okay, here's my A. Here's my B. If I go A minus B, shade in the area that you think is your answer. I'm going to pause it right now and let you think. So I want you to shade in where do you think the answer is going to be. A union B means everything. A intersect B means only intersect. What about A minus B? Yep. So this is A and this is B. So if I go A minus B, just take your circle A minus everything that it touches B with, and what you're left is your answer. And would you agree you're only left with this part? Right here. I'm not including that part because this is called A minus B. Voila. So I'm going to give you a question right now. We're going to work and practice your notation skills before I can move on. Good luck. Try this one, please. I want you to draw a Venn diagram. Draw a Venn diagram. And I'm going to just give you some basic facts and information. Then I will answer a question. U equals to 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. That's U. A equals to 3, 6, 9. B equals to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. My question to you is, draw a Venn diagram that looks like this, and then I'll start giving you questions based on this. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna give you a hint. Here's your hint. I'm gonna draw a Venn diagram, so there is your hint. The rest is up to you. First of all, I look at this and I say, hey, look, there's something they have in common, a 6. So I know I have to have circles that intersect each other. And okay. I'm going to call this A. I'm going to call this B. 6 has to be there because the one in the share in common. 3, 9, 2, 4, 8, and 10. Done. Venn diagram. I'm going to ask you some quick questions. Number 1. Oh, no, universal? The universal just tells you what are all the numbers inside this thing. Okay. So, give me 1 second. Now, I'm going to ask you questions. Ready? I want A, this symbol, B. A, that symbol, B. You have to know what that symbol means. Go back to my notes. Say that symbol means intersect. What this is asking you is, what is the element that intersects A and B? That's what it means. So we put in 6. So N, so this is what I'm going to show you. On your exam, you're going to see a lot of these fancy symbols. Now I'm going to ask you N, open bracket, A, B. Okay, now I'm asking you something new. The question is, what does this really ask you? N and this bracket. What does the N of the bracket ask? How many numbers are there? That intersects A and B. 1. Related question. Hey, this one? Hey. Yep. Okay, so I look at this one, right? A and B intersect means what is the share? Where do the two circles share? And would you agree the two circles share at 6? So A and B equals to 6. Now this means it's not asking you for what is it, it's asking you for how many. The answer is now 1. I'm going to ask you next thing. A, U, B, N, A, U, B. Go. I'm going to pause it. Well, it doesn't mean U, it means union, but you kind of figure it out. Amrit, what is A union B? 3, 9, 2, 4. Yep. You're missing 1. 6. Because if you look at my way I count the union. Union means everything here, plus everything in the middle. Okay? That's union. Okay? Now I'm asking something new now. Which is I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Voila. What if I ask you this? B, A. Okay, now I change the question. Nope, I can make it any way I like. It's just a symbol. What does that symbol mean? Okay, what minus what though? B minus A. Okay, so where's B minus A? Let's look at this diagram right now. Oh. B minus A. Well, if I look at this diagram, would you agree? B minus A is just this blue part right here. That blue part. That's only B minus A. And which is 2, 4, 8, and 10. Voila. Huh? Yep, because B minus A means I can only have things that are in B, but not including A. That's what B minus A means. Okay. Try a few more on your own. And let's see if you can do this one. I'm going to give you a Venn diagram. And you're going to do this. Sorry, I'm going to give you some data. Here's your data. Yep, copy this down. It's just a data box. And from this data box, you're going to create your own survey. Or you're going to create your own Venn diagram. Here, I have sports. Here, I have students. Okay. Here, our school, let's say, one of our teams we excel at is hockey. Ice hockey is actually, I don't know how many are hockey. Our school won a couple of games and championships in hockey. And let's say there are 20 students here. Our school also excels in soccer. Okay. And let's say there's 14. Sorry, there are 45 students altogether. 45 students. Let's say there are 45 students total. Yep. And so 20 students play hockey. 14 students play soccer. Next one. Neither hockey or soccer. There's 16 people who play neither sports. This is going to be confusing at first, but I'm going to show you how this is done. My question to you is this. 1. How many students? Sorry? I know. There's no error. You have to figure out what's wrong. How many students? How many students like hockey and soccer? Like hockey and soccer. Because remember, 20 like hockey, 14 like soccer. But in between hockey and soccer, there are some students that like both, and they count as both in there. Agree? How many students like hockey and soccer? I'm going to show you how to do this, because this is probably new, soccer. So we're going to draw a Venn diagram. Everything is based on Venn diagram. Have 2 circles for me, please. We know they're going to intersect because it talks about hockey and soccer. So draw 2 blank circles. When you do a Venn diagram for these type of questions, we'll call this hockey. We'll call this soccer. There are 45 students in total, so everything in this box adds up to a magic number of 45. Has to add up to 45. Now let's start with this one. They're asking you what goes in here. That's what they're really asking you. How many students like hockey and soccer? That's what they're really asking you. 5? I don't know yet. Could be. But they just said this, in this whole entire blue circle right here, this whole entire hockey circle, there's 20 people, everything in there. Everything in that blue circle is 20. Everything in this purple circle, everything, the whole entire thing. Okay, everything in that whole entire is going to be 14. The question is, where does the 16 go? Where do you put neither? That's the next question. See, if you play neither hockey or soccer, you put 16 on the outside, because that's outside. So that's where the rest of the people are. Question is, what goes in the middle? I'm going to pause it. I'm going to show you a trick. This is how we do this properly. We don't know what the middle is, so always start with the middle. Let's write down X right now, because that's what we're looking for. This whole entire blue circle right here has to add up to 20. So I'm just going to look at this blue part only. Forget about the yellow part. If I look at the blue part only, what is the equation for the blue part? Right here. What's the equation going to be? And this is where you got to be careful. It's going to be 20 minus something. 20 minus something. Nope. Minus X. Because, would you agree, this yellow part is X, and it's part of blue, so if I only want the blue part, I go 20 minus X. Now, I want you to tell me what this purple part is. Only the purple part. No, nothing else. 14 minus x. We always start with the middle one. Yes, that's correct. So this is 14 minus x. If I add all these numbers up, the people that play only hockey, the people that play both, the people that play only soccer, and the people that play neither, they all add up to a magic number. And that magic number is 45. So guys, let's write down my equation. So you go 20 minus x plus. I know this is confusing, but I'm going to give you more problems to work with as to get you better with this. X plus 14 minus x plus 16. All that has to equal to 45. Because if you take all the people that play only hockey, only soccer, so on, all that has to equal to 45. Your job is to find x. So what is x going to be? You want x? Well, yeah, you're solving for x. Yep. So back to grade 11. Simplify add up all the x and everything. Tell me what you get. So here I have negative x. I have positive x. And I have negative x. Add them all together. And in which degree you have negative x. Okay. Here I have 20 plus 14 plus 16. Punch in your calculator. 20, and you should have 50. Plus 50 equals to 45. Solve it now. X equals to 5. So you were right. There were 5 people that played. You could, but let's see if your theory works for this one. Try this on your own, please. Good luck. I did a test on 30 students. Test on 30 students. And on a survey, 30 students says they're going to do this. Let me just do it. I'm going to pause it for now and let me just do some. Here's your question. 30 students. I know that 33 students, sorry. No, not 30 students. There were 57 students. Guys, put that away. Chop, chop. There are 57 students altogether. 33 students own an Xbox. Own an Xbox. "24 own Nintendo." Back in the old days. Hey, but the new Nintendo system is coming out in December 8th. Huh? Wii U. Sells for $350. Wii U. That's the new Nintendo system coming out. Everything is different. Here's your question. No, not yet. And 3 own both. Okay. How many people or how many students own neither? Vent around, and most of you are making this common error. I'm going to show you what a lot of you are making. You drew a box. You drew, say, hey, miss, this is easy. One we'll call it Xbox, and one we'll call it Nintendo. We'll call this X, N. A lot of you, remember the key? Start with the middle, what they have in common first. If they don't give to you, put X. This is 3. Now, the question is, what number goes only in the blue area? And this is where most of you made the error. 30 is correct, not 33. The reason why it's 30 is because the whole entire blue circle is 33. That's correct. But I'm not looking for the whole entire circle. I'm only looking for the people that own only an Xbox. So this is 30. Sorry? The last one I did the same thing. See, only the stuff on the blue is you take 20 minus the stuff they share in common. And then this out here will be not 24 anymore, 21. There's a number on the outside, which I don't know yet. If I add every single one of these numbers together, it has to add up to my magic number. Okay, so I go 30 plus 3 plus 21 plus some unknown number. If I add everything together, it must equal to my universal number, which is equal to 57. So therefore, the answer is 3. 3 people own neither. This is how we use Venn diagrams to help us solve question. I'm going to ask you the next one. What if I ask you this? X N, or should we X N. How do you come up with 3? If I add everything together, all the numbers here, it has to equal to my total number of students, which is 57. Because I add everything together, I get 54. It is 30. See, XN means, what this really means is how many people own only Xbox. That's what XN really means. Only Xbox. So it's 30. Okay. What if I ask you NX, which really means only Nintendo? I don't know how many own Nintendo still, but back when you were a couple years ago, Nintendo was probably one of the hottest selling items there were. You sell a Nintendo? But now, really nobody has Nintendo. No one really plays Nintendo anymore.
I still play with mine.
Really? You still play it?
I finally got the cord back. The cord broke and then I had to get a new one, so yeah.
Oh, please. 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 It'd be worth nothing. Nintendo. Okay. Here, back to it, guys. Here is going to be 21. See, because it means only Nintendo. I'm going to give you some practice questions on this. Actually, no, I got to give you one more before you get some practice questions, because I don't think you're strong enough yet. What if I give you try this, please. Good luck. 34 people were surveyed.
Do you have Pokemon Stadium?
Your question is this: 16 people weight train. So I did a survey, and they say 16 people weight train. "21 people like to do cardio. How many people?" I'm going to ask you a few key things. A, how many people do not exercise? Do not exercise. B, only cardio. How many people do only cardio? C, A, oops, sorry, not A. I want W union C. W union C, which means weight union cardio. I'm going to pause it. Sorry, I made one tiny boo-boo. I'm going to change one thing. I'm going to change this. How many people do both? And I got to give you one more exercise. 6 do not exercise. There we go. 6 people are just lazy. They don't do any exercise. My question to you is, how many people do both? How many people do only cardio? And how many people weight, union, and? So what I'm going to do, here's what I have. I have 2 circles. One, we'll call this weight training. One, I have cardio. How do I know they intersect? Because I asked you a question, do not do both. Okay. We'll call this W. We'll call this C. I always start with what they share in common. Always. Now, Nadeep, do you know what they have in common? Did I give you any information on it, or? Sorry, is it Nadeep? Yeah. Did I give you anything in common? No. So I would just put in an X. That's the only thing I know. But 6 do not exercise. So I know there's a 6 out here. Only thing I'm missing is what's the blue part? And what's the green part? Okay. That's what I'm missing. Fill those in right now. 16 minus X is correct. 21 minus X is correct. Every one of these numbers, whatever they are, they must add up to 34. Guys, let's take a minute and figure out X right now. Okay, so I go 16 minus X plus X plus 21 minus X plus 6. Everything has to add up to 34. Because all those key numbers, the rest. Now, if you're lost, look up here, please. I'm going to solve for X, and I'm going to have negative X plus 43 equals to 34. Okay? I just solved for X. X equals to 9. So which means this part's right there. That's 9. So 9 people actually do both. So my answer for this, how many people do both? The answer is 9. Yep. Only cardio. Only cardio means the green part. I know what X is now. I sub it into here. So I go 21 minus X, which is 12 is also correct. Lily, question. Oh, good question. So what I did was, you got up to here, right? So I go negative X equals to, when I move the 43 over, I get negative 9. So then negative 9 cancels out. So now, once you have X, I'm going to go back and erase this part. This is 9, and we know this is 12. Okay, I'm just going to erase, I'm going to sub in X. This here is 7. Now we can go ahead and answer the rest of the question, which is 28. Because W union C means everything in circle W, everything in circle C, and plus the stuff in between. So for W, which is 7 plus 9 plus C. And there's going to be, oops, plus 12. 28. Because this circle is 16 minus X. And 16 minus... C? C means, this is union symbol, right? Go back to my notes from before. Union symbol means everything in both, in this yellow part. So add everything, add all the numbers up in those 2 circles. So if I add all the numbers up in these 2 circles, 7 plus 9 plus 12, I would get 28. Yep. I don't add the 6 because it's only union C. Guys, gals, that ends your lesson on Venn diagrams. I hope you understand it because